Hi everyone, I really appreciate you joining me here today. I'm Niranjan Limbachia, founder of KiwiQA. Over the past 12 years, I have helped and advised over 200 plus startup SME and enterprise clients to build solid foundation for software QA and testing. As a little bonus, I'm going to give you our giveaway, which I'm going to talk to you in a few slides. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to overcome 5 biggest challenges in IoT testing. Okay, so this webinar is for you if you are following under this 6 category. If you are a QA test engineer, QA manager, automation test engineer, CTO of a company, software developer, learner, this webinar is for you. Okay, this is the giveaway which I was talking to you in my first slide. I'm going to give you a giveaway of $1,999, which include W3C testing, accessibility testing, broken link testing, search engine issue testing, usability testing, all in 24 hours. You just need to listen my webinar, and end of the webinar, there will be one pop-up. You need to fill the details, send the message to us, and our team will come back to you with the reports in 24 hours without any cost. It's completely free. Okay, so let's start with an overview which will give you fair idea about like how IoT industry is moving, and then we'll talk about the 5 biggest challenges. Okay, so if we'll talk about IoT, we are using a term called Internet of Things, right? So IoT is really a major empowering technology for virtual as well as the digital technology, correct? The chart which you have in front of a screen, which talks about around 6.4 billion devices of IoT were being used in the year 2016-2017, as well as that count will increase to 20 billion near 2026. Hence, testing such machines starting from refrigerator or your automatic car, your mobility devices, we will have biggest challenge to test those devices. Now, what I would say, compelling testing is absolutely very basic, so what we need to see, like what are the most excellent way to test it. Here I'm going to give you a few advice to test the IoT devices, as well as a few essential points which you simply will use to deal with them. Okay, so here are the 5 challenges which we have in IoT. I think you guys have to agree with the 5 challenges. If you have any questions in this webinar, you have the panels, you can write down the questions. I'll come back to you with the specific answer at end of the webinar, either by email or I can answer you straight away. Okay, so these are 5 challenges. So number 1 is different IoT devices and their platform. Number 2, we have numerous protocol for IoT communications. Number 3 is a security risk. Number 4, wide variety of devices. In that point, we are going to discuss about the specific sound testing strategy. Number 5 will be a fast-paced data. So before we move further to discuss all the 5 challenges in a detail, I would like to discuss this $1 million questions to you. I've been working with a lot of startup and SME clients, so they typically ask this kind of question, like why we should invest my resource in software testing, why we should outsource our testing to the independent testing company. You would be surprised to know that some of the major failure in the past that caused the brand, the reputation, and the client. I'm going to share you 2 heavy loss, which you guys are aware about as you are in the QA industry. These are 2 heavy loss. There could be many more in the QA testing industry. A software defect in the airbag sensor detector of the car that belongs to Nissan Motor Company brought them heavy loss. Second one is one of the software in the POS system of the Starbucks caused the shutdown of approximately 60% of the store in the United States and Canada. This will sound interesting. So let's talk about the challenge number 1, the different IoT devices and their platform. So every IoT device owns a personal hardware and depends on a software on top of it. uh, the application software that will likewise coordinate with various IoT devices, granting instruction to the devices as well as the determining data assembled with the device. Since there are such a large number of variation of hardware, software, firmware, as well as operating system, it won't be feasible to test every single probable hardware combinations in addition to the software, right? So the question is, what is the useful division? So to describe the useful division that can be tested adequately, accumulated data, what we need to do is we need to accumulate data from your clients to see which of the devices as well as software versions they are utilizing. In addition to study to decide the most prevalent blends. When you are aware about which devices in addition to the operating system to analyze, then you can concentrate the greater part of the testing on such combination as well as drive slightly standard tests on a fewer basic combination, right? Number two, to test a numerous protocol for IoT communication. Nowadays, which you will see, IoT device utilize a wide range of protocol related to communications to interface through a controller as well as mutually. Protocol, for example, MQTT, XMPP, COAP are normal and all have their own merits as well as demerits. Yet, MQTT that do a great in high suspension as well as a low bandwidth circumstances. This MQTT is a very quite famous. An API commonly in a view of XML or JavaScript or JSON is a frequently layered over transport protocol to form it less demanding for a developer in order to connect by a means of the devices. Now, if you're thinking for automated testing, as a tester, you can utilize the APIs and protocol as well as the test plan relies upon which protocol plus API can be utilized. The testing tool should have the capability to have this protocol in addition the API to make your testing compelling. Number three, security risk. The IoT device with count over 70% as of now susceptible against the problems related to security testing because it has security holes in a significant extent. The tester for IoT device must give a careful considerations to the device password policy. This is very important. Ensuring the least password needs are incorporated with the device as well as they are authorized. A suggested way for a device prompts the need for a change in password on primary use. Further, this could be moved over to creating automated test. Number four, IoT applications, device variety, a great challenge. I would say a truth that the sort of IoT device as well as application are so various require a sound test capability. The performance should be reliably high over each device as well as surplus client hope. The tester should own a sound test strategy of a test content detailed determination of the architecture as well as guarantee that the device along with the software in a test are constantly arranged with the right version, correct? We need to make sure that we are testing the right version. In the event that the framework relies upon the services of intermediary test may come up short if the intermediary service transform. The automated test that keeps running as a feature of the testing pipeline would be recognized this rapidly. On the hope chance the intermediary service inaccessible, what you can do is you can observe the service as well as evacuate the need of genuine services. In case the service is low, you can in any case you can use by virtualization tool which are popular in the market nowadays. An adaptable virtualized service will give you a chance to construct expected reaction out of the services with the goal that you can analyze your application's response to different circumstances, correct? So let's move further with the challenge number fifth, which is the last one, fast-paced data as well as augmented load take charge. Associated IoT gadgets depends on a quick communication, right? Network status would significantly affect the performance of the devices. Brilliant devices frequently encounter issues by means of network infrastructure. For example, changeable network hardware, overloaded Wi-Fi channels, and moderate or conflicting web connections. The IoT devices as well as applications should be tested over these distinctive conditions to guarantee that they react effectively with no loss of information. This is extremely important. We need to make sure that whatever device which we will test it, there won't be having any loss of information. Developing a network through the greater part of the diverse condition is once in a while reasonable. Such a large number of teams utilize a network virtualization to methodically distinctive network condition as well as the reaction. The device system matrix, for example, CPU, memory, also we need to make sure that we check those metrics as well. Cool. So final words and conclusions. What I would say is IoT testing methodology can diverge in a view of our system architecture included. IoT testing might be an extreme challenging work. At the same time, it is exceptionally energizing too for the testing team to confirm such protocol, operating system, hardware, complicated meshes of the devices, firmware, and so forth. And IoT attract another level of intricacy to testing the performance and monitoring. The business changes that the device show nevertheless offer stimulating new limit. Tester must familiarizing him to latest platform and the method to guarantee that they can confront the difficulty for testing the IoT devices as well as application, keeping in mind the end goal to provide the better understanding to the client. This is an absolutely important. Our end goal should be, we need to make sure that we provide better understanding to our client. So finally, the changes to the testing tools and network infrastructure will keep on making the procedure less demanding after some time. I hope you are enjoying my webinar. Well, that's end. If you are really interested in the offer which I talked to you, you have a pop-up on your left hand side. Just fill the detail and we'll come back to you with the reports. Thank you.